Hi there, folks. It's Jonathan Denwood here from WP-Tonic, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about why you should use WordPress instead of Squarespace or Wix. About halfway into 2025, got a load of experience in this area, advised a load of people. It's going to be a fantastic video. I'm going to pack it with a load of info. I'll be back in a few moments, folks. Coming back, so why should you still look at WordPress compared to something like Squarespace or Wix? Let's go into it, folks. So, number one, ownership. I think this is really important with platforms like Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, which I love. These are platforms to promote your website, to drive traffic, to build your email list, to use, but you don't own them. You're just leasing time and space on these platforms. They can change their business model at any moment. They, for some reason, might stop liking you. Who knows? But if you own your website as much as possible, it will always be your digital resource. And the most flexible, powerful platform that offers the maximum ownership in 2025 is WordPress. It's as simple as that. With Squarespace or Wix, you're really just in the same position as if you were trying to build a business solely on YouTube. Um, they might change their business model, they might get bought out, who knows? Um, it's happened to me. You think, oh, it won't happen. It does happen. You can have a very successful platform, they sell it, and it's all downhill from that purchase. So ownership and control is number one for me. Number two, it's just the community around WordPress. If you need to add some additional functionality to your website, which will really help you build your website out and get a result which you're looking for, you're never going to be confined by going with WordPress because it's got thousands, tens of thousands of theme starter websites, almost 60,000 different plugins, pro plugins and free plugins. It's a vibrant community still, and it's one of the biggest on the web. So it's an enormous resource, folks. Plus, you got all the information on YouTube, on the web. If you've got a question, you can find an answer. It's just an enormous online resource, folks, which you don't want to diminish because that type of free advice and community, you can't, it's just fantastic, folks. So they're the main reasons why you should still look at WordPress. Now, um, people say it's free. That is a lie. There is a difference between WordPress.com, which is like a SaaS, which is like um, Squarespace and Wix for WordPress. And it has the strengths of WordPress, but it has some of the weaknesses of Squarespace and Wix when it comes to full ownership. Where if you go with a hosting provider that can provide WordPress, it's going to be much easier to transfer it if you get fed up the hosting provider. It's just giving you the maximum control. So I've gone through some of the basic ones. So let's look at Squarespace and Wix and explain some of their strengths and some of their weaknesses. Now, they are very similar. There used to be a big difference between Wix when it came to the design. Squarespace offered less templates, but they were miles better. The truth now in 2025 is yes, Squarespace, when it comes to design terms, their templates, their starter themes are still superior to Wix. Um, Other people might disagree with me there, but they definitely are better in my opinion. Wix does offer more customization, but nothing compared to WordPress. But it does offer more customization than what Squarespace. But I personally believe Squarespace have got the balance better than Wix because I think if you're really looking for a lot of customization, you might as well go with WordPress myself. Like I say, some people would disagree with that opinion, but that's what I've got. Now, when it comes to pricing, Wix does seem a bit cheaper with their basic plan, but it's a bit crippled, so you got to go up to core. Um, with Squarespace, you're starting at $25 a month, which is what you would pay for reasonably good quality WordPress hosting. Um, I think Squarespace is great value. I actually think for the type of people that would benefit from building out on either of them, Wix or Squarespace, I actually would go with Squarespace. Um, they do, both of them offer e-commerce, but if you're not going to go down the WordPress or use Woo, which is WordPress's e-commerce solution, I think you'd be better off looking at Shopify, folks. I think Shopify, if you're not going to go the WordPress Woo route, you'll be better off going with Shopify than either Squarespace or Wix in the e-commerce space, in my opinion. I think they really are aimed at the small service business or the service business regionally that doesn't want to use WordPress. I think if that's you, I would go with Squarespace. There's a couple of things that you do need though. Now, both of them offer domain name purchasing. Do not take it up, folks. Do not buy your domain name from Squarespace or Wix. Wix offers it as part of the first year for free. Don't take it up. You're gonna, if you buy your domain name from either of these services and then you want to leave to go to WordPress or you're moving from Wix to Square, it is painful, folks. I mean, truly, truly painful to try and get them to release the domain name and give it to you. Just don't do it. You can buy your domain name from GoDaddy, Namecheap, or the one that I prefer, Cloudflare. Cloudflare is like $1 more than GoDaddy or Namecheap, but it's such a better service. So buy your domain through Cloudflare, and then you can point it to Squarespace or to Wix, right? Now, when it comes to SEO, WordPress is clearly better than these platforms. Wix used to be awful. They're a lot better now. Squarespace have always been reasonable, but neither of them can compare to WordPress, in my opinion. They just can't. When it comes to speed, yeah, they're both pretty good. But if you go with a decent hosting provider with WordPress, that's around the $25 mark, you're going to get plenty of speed for a smaller website anyway, folks. So now when it comes to security, well, Squarespace offers, they're both pretty good security. One of the things that surprised me about both is they don't offer backups. So I get a bit jitty about that. Then it surprised me with my review for this video because I know that both these platforms very well, but I did a refreshed what they were doing in 2025. Now, when it comes to designs, templates basically, Wix offers about 900, right? Seems fantastic, and they have improved that side enormously. Squarespace offers a much smaller selection. I think it might be under 200, but they're much better designed. They still are better designed starter themes. I challenge anybody to challenge me about that comment. Now, Wix does offer a lot more customization. In you can go into the code and really customize it with custom code. But like I say, if you're really into that, you might as well go to WordPress, in my opinion. Like I say, I think Squarespace have got the right position when it comes to this. Um, yeah, I think the support, what I've been told by people that have used both platforms, that the support from Squarespace is a bit better than Wix. But that can change rapidly. So that's what I've heard. Hopefully you found this review useful. I tried to pack as much information into this as quickly as possible. If you did, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, because that really tells YouTube that I'm doing something right. And I'll make more of these videos, so it's a win-win for both of us. I'll see you soon, folks. Bye.